50, but when I'm done with porn, we'll reclaim my virginity and go from there.
Wait.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Some
50,
nonsense.
so 50?
50.
But then when you quit, you're
Yeah. I'll go back to 0.
So you'll be a born again virgin?
Ruslan.
A woman with 300 plus bodies says she will reclaim her virginity. Talk about being a born again virgin. Let's jump into this conversation. This is from the Whatever podcast. Okay, I've been seeing their stuff go crazy, and let's jump into this conversation.
So I guess you misheard this one, but you mentioned body count.
Oh, yeah.
So you said, what is it again? What's your body
I think
count?
it was 10. I said
Shania, did you answer that one?
no. Are we?
Yeah, why not?
I'm 3.
3. We're gonna start here and then go around. So what's your body count?
Okay, something important to note about body count when these conversations happen is, according to the CDC, and this is self-reported, the average male has 6 partners over their lifetime. The average female, this is in America, they have 4 partners over their lifetime. So it is something that is often misconstrued, and people will assume that most people have tens and dozens and hundreds of partners. And by the way, both men and women do this to each other, right? But the reality is that it's usually the people that are the most promiscuous having the most promiscuous sex with other people that are the most promiscuous. Okay? Most people, according to the CDC, and yes, it is self-reported, aren't out here with these sorts of body counts. So I just wanted to point that out.
50, but when I'm done with porn, I will reclaim my virginity and go from there.
Wait. Did she say 350?
50.
Why does the title say 300 plus body parts will claim her virginity? What is it? I don't understand the title.
I'm 3.
3. We're gonna start here and then go around. So what's your body?
Now, and now why is this important? Why is this important? Because people who have more partners tend to be less satisfied in a monogamous relationship. It becomes harder to pair bond, okay? That is why. The more partners you have, the less likely you are to be sexually satisfied in a marriage, okay? That is why.
50, but when I'm done with porn, we'll reclaim my virginity and go from there.
Wait.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Some
50,
nonsense.
50?
50.
But then when you quit, you're
Yeah. I'll go back to 0.
So you'll be a born again virgin?
Just a born again girl with 100 body count?
Yeah.
150?
Yeah.
200?
Yeah.
I think she's trolling.
500?
I don't think it's going to get up that high. I'm not
How
going
many,
to do
how
it.
many bodies do you think you'll have by the time you retire?
By 25, probably like 300.
This is a sickness of the highest order.
Now, this is a woman in the adult industry. This is a woman who has autonomy to do this to her life, but she is under the delusion that this is going to happen to her without consequence. Okay? That this is going to happen to her without consequence. And it's also not how it works. And so there's a lot of you guys that when we talk about these sorts of things, you go for the lowest common denominator of a woman that was experienced SA and therefore she was promiscuous, and and what you're doing is you're removing autonomy from women that choose to live this way, and then you're by proxy removing the reality of the consequences she's going to have to deal with later on in her life. And I parallel it to someone that lives however they want and eats whatever they want and doesn't go outside and doesn't exercise, and that's okay when you're a teenager, and then you hit your 20s and then you hit your 30s, and then all of a sudden there's going to be damage done to your organs. You get to 500 pounds, 600 pounds, it is harder to walk that back to get back to a functional place. It's the same with money, it's the same with food, and it is definitely the same with intimacy. That doesn't mean there's not mercy and grace and compassion and all these things for her, but that just means she is going to have to suffer different consequences. Okay? In the same way, if someone commits some heinous act that's against the law and then they give their life to Jesus in prison, that doesn't mean they don't deal with the consequences of said action. Hey, you want to see something kind of crazy? Over 75% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing and turning your bell notification on so that you don't miss anything we have going here.
Yeah.
What do you think that's going to do to your pair bonding abilities?
What do you think it's going to do to your pair bonding abilities? And this is the crux of it.
You want to have a successful marriage?
I do, yeah. But in all honesty, I feel like if people are, like, I have emotional intelligence, so I feel like at the point where I'm ready to settle down with someone, I don't think who I've been with in the past is going to really affect that for me.
I wonder how many women say the same thing and then get divorced.
Yep.
I wonder. Well, there's a economic incentive for women to get divorced as well, so that's probably more likely.
Aha.
Pair bonding, but
Wow.
no.
Will your future husband have to make or have more money than you?
Not necessarily, no, because at that point I'll be, fully self-sufficient. So that's kind of the goal. I can marry whoever I want.
The reason why I ask is because I feel like it's harder for women to be attracted to a guy if he's not like more of a breadwinner.
I haven't had that issue. I mean, I'm usually the breadwinner in most of my relationships. I have been in the past, whoever I'm seeing, but it doesn't really bother me. Yeah.
What's your body count?
9.
9. Ghibli answered.
Oh, I'm not going to answer the number, but I will say I was 22 years old when I lost my virginity, and I've been in one relationship, and I just got out of that relationship like maybe 4 months ago. So that's all I'm saying.
It's interesting that she didn't want to answer that question. Probably a smart thing to do.
Oh, probably like 10 to 15 then?
No. No way. No.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Yeah. We're just going to say it's less than 10. But just consider my age.
Less than 10, more than 30?
No.
Wait.
No. Because, here's the thing. Anytime that I've been intimate with somebody, I've been in a relationship with that person. So it's just not just them. Ever.
Okay.
So.
Interesting format. Asking women's their body count is a weird thing. I don't think I could ever do that. Nor do I have any desire to do that. But it is a cautionary tale. It is a cautionary tale. If you have no partners, awesome. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Okay? Don't rationalize, don't justify it. Keep it that way. If you have a lot of partners, be sober. If you've had a lot of partners, be sober that you're going to have to do work. It's going to come with work. It's going to come with consequences. It's going to be more challenging. It is not unloving to tell you the truth. It is not unloving to tell you that this is what the data says. The people that are the least satisfied in a marriage when they settle down are people who have the most amount of partners before they got married. That doesn't mean that there's not resources and access and therapy and all these different things, but we need to stop not telling people the truth. If you're 500 pounds, it's going to be harder for you to lose the weight than someone that's 200 pounds and they want to get into with whatever their goal weight is. It is going to come with different consequences, different degrees of work, different degrees of restraint, longer time horizon before you're back into a functional place, right? And the data is what the data is. The more partners you have, the harder it is to pair bond later. My biggest regret is that I didn't wait for my wife and just threw away my virginity in high school. Yeah, I think that's a lot of men's biggest regret. I think that's a lot of our biggest regret is that, gosh, I wish I'm with you. Hey, this is a segment from our daily after party stream. Consider partnering with us online for as little as $5 a month to get access to these daily after party streams completely unedited. You'll also get access to our podcast as they are streamed live into the community before anyone else gets to see them, get to interact with our guests, get access to our private Discord server, and a discount code for our store for as little as $5 a month. Ultimately, that will help towards helping us continue contextualizing the gospel using media and podcast here on YouTube. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.